Today we are going to look at Advanced Financial Accounting Chapter 1, which is a joint arrangement. Let me start. So let us have a broad overview about the concept. What is accounting? Accounting is divided into managerial and financial accounting. Managerial is preparing report for internal purpose, whereas financial accounting is preparing uh, a report for external parties. It focuses on this. So in financial accounting, you have learned principal accounting or fundamental accounting, which is a basic background. And intermediate, uh, you have the knowledge to manage one company that has no branch most of the time. And in advanced accounting, you have already it's you have a knowledge to manage one company which has one and more than one branch. This is the requirement from you after completing this financial accounting course. So, as an introduction, if one this remember this may not always work, but most of the time, if the information is not given, if one company has, let me say, company X, there is company X, company Y, and company other companies. Let me name them O, other company. So X will issue a share from the total shares that are issued by X company. If Y company bought from 1% to 20% of shares, Y can use fair value method of accounting, which is IFRS 9. If Y company bought more than 20% of shares, this means until from 20 to 50% of shares, this we can say that Y has a significant influence on X, and he can use an equity method to present its information. If Y has 50% of shares, it means the rest of the shares is controlled by other company. We can say that there is a joint control between Y and O, and we can use IFRS level. So if Y has more than 50%, this means other companies or other company will have less than 50%. This means Y will be the dominator, and he will be a single controller, a single control of the X company. This is to make you look the deep an overview. So what does it mean control? When we say Y can control X, what does it mean? It means Y can decide on relevant activities on X. What does it mean, a relevant activity? A relevant activity for X means an activity that highly determines the profitability of the X company. So if Y company can decide on such kind of situations, we can say that Y company has a control over X. But in different reasons, these rules might not work. There are situations. One of the reasons could be the maximum amount permitted for one holder to buy the shares. Let me say, in X company there is a rule saying that no one should buy more than 5% of my share. In this case, the person who had 5% of share has a maximum share that is permitted. This means it might, if other parties doesn't have uh, a share that exceeds 5%, it means the company who bought 5% has a significant influence without having 20 or 50% of shares. Only by 5% of share, we can say that it has a significant influence and apply equity method. So in this case, this relation might not work, this rule might not work. The other is, if company has a rule that in order to decide on relevant activities, a company should get 27% of share, or if if X company says, in order to decide the rule of X, or if X company set a rule that says you can only decide